Hey boys and girls, so in this week in our week 4 packet, we are doing a word study on page 294 where we're going to be talking about suffix endings. We've already talked about suffix endings in class. However, this week's suffix endings, we're going to have to change our base word. So before we add our suffix at the end and our base word, we're going to have to make some changes. And we didn't really talk about that in class, so that's what this video is for. So if you turn to your packet on page 294, you can pause this video to get it out to the right page. And then you can look at your words and your examples along with me talking. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go over the rules for when we change our base word to add these suffix endings. So you're going to see on my screen that we have rule number 1, where we drop the final E. That means if our base word, like in this word hope, ends with an E, we're going to drop it when we add our suffix. So if I wanted the word hoped, like I hoped I would get to go outside today, I would drop that E and I would add if I were to rewrite it, since I'm dropping that E, I'm going to write HOP because that's what's left, and then I'm going to add my suffix. Bear with me as I am trying to spell on this option. And then I would have hoped. Or if I want hoping, like I'm hoping to have a great day today, I would again add what's left in my base word. I'm not going to add that E because I already dropped it. And then I'm going to add my suffix ending of ing to make hoping. And you'll see on your packet that they give the example with the word hike. So here's just another example for you. And then if I go to rule number 2, in rule number 2, we're going to change the Y to an I. That means that we're going to take off that Y, we're not using it anymore, and we're going to replace it with an I. So for example, I have the word happy here. So I'm going to cross it out because I know I'm not going to use it. And instead, I'm going to write an I above it. So I remember when I rewrite this word with its suffix endings, I include that I. So for example, if I wanted to make the word happier, I would take off that Y, add an I. Like for example, in the sentence, I'm happier when I drink my coffee in the morning. If I don't drink my coffee, I'm not very happy. So if I want to make happier, I would write what I have above, because remember I changed my base word. So I'm going to rewrite my base word after I've changed it. So that's why I'm writing my base word with an I. And then I'm going to add my suffix ending of ER to make happier. Think we got it? Let's try one more. So what if I wanted to make happiest? So again, I would write my base word of happy before I add my suffix ending. I'm going to write my base word with an I, not a Y. There's my base word. Now I'm going to add my suffix ending of est to make happiest. And I believe in your packet, there's a couple more another example word with dropping the Y and adding an I. Now our last rule for this page, so our last way that we're going to change our base word to add our suffix endings is when we have the base word ending with a consonant. So remember, consonant is every letter in the alphabet that is not a vowel. So we have 2 types of letters, vowels, consonants. We know vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, and every other letter in the alphabet is a consonant. So for example, in the word run, we are ending with a consonant right there. That letter N is a consonant. I'm going to double it, remember we know double is when we add another, make it 2. So I'm going to rewrite my base word, run, and I'm going to add that second into it before I add my suffix ending. So there, I've added my second in, so now I have double consonants, and remember double means 2. And now I'm going to add my suffix ending of er to make runner. I could use that in a sentence like, I am a good runner. We're going to do that also with this word drop. So we see drop right here where I'm hovering over this P, that's a consonant. So if I wanted to make the word dropped, like I dropped my plate, I am going to rewrite my base word, but I'm going to rewrite my base word with a double P. Drop. And now I'm going to add my double P, my second P, and then I'm going to add my suffix ed to make it dropped, because we know ed makes that ending sound in dropped. All right, now I have the word dropped. Okay, so in your packet on page 294, they give you even more examples at the top of the page, and then they're going to have you do some practice ones at the bottom. So if you need to rewatch this video to go over the rules one more time, I would highly encourage that. So that way you're practicing this correctly. All right, good luck this week. Love you and miss you. Can't wait to see you again.